You are about to make one of the biggest packing mistakes of your life. I know that sounds dramatic, but hear me out. Most people boarding a cruise ship for the first time, or even their fifth time, are dragging overloaded suitcases filled with stuff they will never once touch during their entire trip. And then, there are those passengers gliding through embarkation with one perfectly packed bag, looking relaxed and completely in control. Today, I am going to make you that second person. Let me be really honest with you before we dive in. Cruise packing is completely different from any other kind of travel. You are not hopping between hotels, you are not scrambling for laundry facilities, and you are not desperate for backup options because your ship literally carries everything you need. Once you understand that, the entire way you approach your suitcase changes. So let us start with the single most important mindset shift. Stop packing for every possible scenario. Stop packing that extra pair of shoes for the event that will probably never happen. Stop throwing in that fourth swimsuit because, quote, you never know. Every single item in your bag should earn its place. If you cannot picture a specific moment on that trip where you will use it, it stays home. Full stop. Now let us get into what you actually need. Clothing is where most people go completely off the rails. Here is the honest breakdown. For a 7-night cruise, you are looking at roughly 2 to 3 swimsuit options, not 6. You will realistically rotate through them anyway. Pack 5 or 6 casual outfits for port days and daytime activities on the ship. These should mix and match easily. Neutrals are your best friend here. Throw in 2 or 3 dressier outfits for formal or smart casual nights depending on your cruise line. One light jacket or cardigan, because dining rooms and theaters on ships run cold, even in tropical climates. And that is genuinely it for clothes. Shoes are the second biggest offender. You need flip-flops or sandals for the pool and beach. You need a comfortable walking shoe for port excursions, because cobblestones and uneven terrain are everywhere. And you need 1 pair of dressier shoes for evening dining. 3 pairs of shoes total. That is it. Anyone packing more than 4 pairs for a cruise is carrying dead weight, and your back will thank me later. Here is where the real cruise-specific knowledge kicks in. Toiletries. Most cruise ships have hair dryers in the cabins now, so leave yours at home unless you are very particular about your styling tools. Sunscreen is absolutely essential. And I mean, bring more than you think you need, because buying it on the ship is painfully expensive. Seasickness medication is non-negotiable, even if you think you have great sea legs. Motion sickness can hit anyone in certain conditions, and the last thing you want is to be scrambling for it while feeling terrible. Pack it in your carry-on, not buried in checked luggage. Speaking of your carry-on, this is one of the most underappreciated parts of cruise packing strategy. When you board the ship, your main luggage often does not arrive at your cabin until several hours later. So your carry-on bag needs to carry you through embarkation day. Pack a swimsuit, sunscreen, your medications, any valuables, your travel documents, a change of clothes, and some cash. Embarkation day is honestly one of the best days of the cruise because the pools are empty and the ship is yours to explore. But only if you planned ahead and have access to what you need. Documents deserve their own mention because this is where people genuinely stress themselves out unnecessarily. Keep a physical copy of your booking confirmation, your passport or travel ID depending on your itinerary, and any excursion vouchers in a dedicated travel wallet that stays on your person or in your carry-on. Digital backups are great as a secondary option, but physical copies remain your safety net. Now let us talk about a few things that people forget almost every single time. A power strip without surge protection is a game changer in your cabin. Cruise ship cabins typically have very limited outlets, and between phones, tablets, cameras, and any other devices, you will be fighting over that one plug by day 2. Check your cruise line policy on power strips first, as surge-protected ones are often prohibited due to fire codes, but basic ones are usually fine. A reusable water bottle saves you money and hassle at ports. A small day bag or backpack is essential for port excursions, so you are not awkwardly carrying everything by hand. Lanyards for your room key cards are genuinely useful, and most cruise veterans swear by them. One thing you absolutely do not need to pack is a full medicine cabinet. The ship has a medical facility, and there are pharmacies in most major ports. Pack your personal prescriptions and a basic kit with pain reliever, antacid, and a few bandages. Beyond that, you are overthinking it. Here is the psychological trick that will save you every single time you pack for anything but especially a cruise. Lay everything out on your bed that you plan to bring. Now put half of it back. Seriously. You will almost certainly survive without it, and you will move through this trip with so much more freedom and ease than the person next to you at baggage claim. The best cruise passengers I have ever spoken to all share one trait. They pack with intention rather than anxiety. They are not trying to prepare for every disaster. They are preparing for the trip they are actually going on. Pack light, pack smart, and you will spend 0 time stressing about your luggage and 100% of your time enjoying the ocean, the destinations, and every single moment of that experience you worked hard to afford. If this helped you rethink your packing strategy, drop a comment below telling me where you are cruising next. And if you want my full downloadable cruise packing checklist, the link is in the description. Now go get that suitcase out and let us get you packed the right way.